guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Servant. Thank you for clicking on the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. And today I'm going to be showing you all how to do this gorgeous beaded bag. As you can see, you haven't seen this bag anywhere, so just keep on watching the video to see how I did it. And that's my sister right there who held the bag to a wedding. And look at this. Anyway, let's just jump into the video. So this bag took me a hell lot of tries, so you can see all the excess twine that I have there. So I'm using a 0.60 sugar beads, scissors, and that is my craft board right there. I'm using a transparent craft board for this video, and I was so annoyed with this craft board because it came terribly. Like, this was a locally made craft board, and the guy just punched holes like anyhow. But anyway, the width was 5 inches and the length was approximately 7.25 inch. So I'm just going to go right into the video. I'm not going to keep ranting about the board because till now it still makes me angry. So you're just going to insert your twine into the first hole that you see, and you're going to pick up one bead and you're going to cross it using the other end of your twine. Okay, when we're working here, we're going to be saying the twine on my left hand and the twine on my right hand, so you're not going to get confused on what to do. So with the thread or with the twine on my left hand, I'm going to put one bead. I'm going to put another bead on the thread with my right hand, and I'm going to cross those. So this is just like the regular method on doing beaded bags. So there we have our first bead, or our first beaded chain. The next thing you're going to do is to take the twine that is on your right hand and you're going to send it under the board into the next hole, as you can see me doing right there. Then you are still going to send that same twine into the previous crossing bead. So you send the twine under and into the next hole, and you're going to insert the twine into the previous crossing bead, and it's going to come out like so. So you're going to repeat the same step: a bead in the right twine, a bead in the left twine, then you are going to cross with a third bead, and we are going to have our normal beading chain right there. Now with the twine on my right hand, which is the twine that is facing away from the board, I'm going to insert that twine under and into the following hole of my craft board, and I am going to insert it again into the previous crossing bead. So that is what we are going to be doing continuously till we get to the end, or till we complete that row. Okay, now that we are at the end of our side, like we've done one side, we want to turn now to mark the bottom. So with the twine on my right hand, I'm going to put 3 beads there, and I'm going to cross with the third bead. So this automatically turns the bead for it to face to let us work on the bottom only. So you're going to repeat what you normally do. You're going to send your twine under and into the next hole, then you're going to send your twine on your right hand through the previous crossing bead. Then we are going to continue normally. Now when you are about to start the other side of your work, you are going to take normally you would just do your normal one bead on the left, one bead on the right, and cross. But no, that is going to cause your work to continue straight, and you don't want that. So instead with the twine on your right hand, you are going to put 3 beads there and cross it. So this will automatically turn our work and make us work upwards. Now we are at the end, and we are just going to finish off there I just finished off. Then we are going to insert our twine under, then pass it through the previous crossing bead. So the way since this craft board was locally made, the person who did it did the hole, some of them too close, some of them too far. Some sections were even longer than others, like some had like 7 this board had like 13 holes on one side, then the other side had 15. So I had to work with this so hard. Anyway, now you're just going to insert your bead through the other beads, and you're going to want to make all of it to cross to the other side, like to the bead on the other side of your work. Okay, basically we have our twines protruding at the edge of the bead. So with the twine which is on my left hand, I'm going to put 3 beads there, then cross, because now we are working on the corners. And with the twine on my right, I'm going to insert it into the closest bead, right there. And with the twine on my left, I am going to put 2 beads and cross with the second bead. So I am going to do this throughout the back to work up, build up the sides. Yeah, so twine on your right hand, you just send it through a bead. Then with the twine on your left hand, you put 2 beads and cross with the second bead. So you're going to continue doing this till you get to the other end of your back. You could see I was using a torch to be able to hold up the craft board so you can see it properly. Now that I'm at the end, I'm going to use the twine on my right hand, insert 3 beads there, then I'm going to cross with the 3rd bead. So this is going to help to turn my work easily. And with the twine on my right hand, I'm going to still put another 3 beads there, and I'm going to cross with the twine on my left, so our work turns again, so we can start working downwards. So we're going to continue what we did in the previous row. The twine on my right is going to insert itself in the bead that's closest to it, and the twine on my right is going to insert go into the bead closest to it, and the twine on my left is going to have 2 beads, and I'm going to cross with the second. So you're going to do this till you get to the end of your back. That's me just tying it. 2 rows were just fine and perfect for me, and I went ahead and did the other side. As you can see, like, this transparent color is so pretty, so pretty. And I'm sorry if you don't see it properly because it was transparent, and the table I was working on was gray, but I hope my explanations make up for that. So I'm just going to join the bags together now. I'm just going to put 1 bead and insert the twine into the next. I'm going to connect it to the other board. There I'm going to cross with another bead. Now the twine on my right is going to insert itself in 1 bead. The twine on my left is going to insert itself in another bead, or the next bead closest to it. Then I'm going to use 1 bead to cross all of them together. So you're just going to continue doing this till you succeed, till you finally join the entire craft boards together, like the 2 sides together. Now, so my 2 sides I have together. The next thing we are going to do is the handle of our bag. Now for the handle, I'm just going to say you should do like 1 strap, like just join your twine together and do 1 strap, or you can start it the way I just did, but I realized that I was going to run out of transparent beads so fast, so I just put 4 transparent beads there, then other color of beads to make up the twine. Using other color of beads, especially beads that you're not using, is perfectly fine because we're going to hide it anyway. Now you need a piece of cloth with the length of about 100 centimeters and the width or about 8 inches. Now all I'm going to do is to sew this closed. As you can see, I just sewed my satin cloth, and I'm just going to snip it off. You need it like this, and the next thing you're going to do is to turn it inside out. So I just tacked it, nothing too serious, I just had to tack it. So we're basically making the handle at this point. That's me sending my crochet hook into the satin rope, and I just cut off that edge so my hook could go through, and the space is supposed to be big enough for your beads to go through as well. So I just wrapped the twine around my crochet hook, then I pulled the twine out of the bag. As you can see, my handles, some of them were black, and that was perfectly fine. Now I started trying to tie it, then I realized that the handle was too long, so I had to remove a few of the black beads. So you just tie it, you just tie your handle to your bag, then you tuck in all your thread. And yeah, I said yarn, like I've been crocheting for so long, I'm almost saying yarn while doing beads. Anyway, so that's our handle done already, and the next thing we are going to do is to sew that handle down. So you're just going to fold it inside. As you can see, I'm using my yarn to sew it down. Guys, if you have a sewing machine, please use it, please use it. Don't do what I'm doing here. But if you don't have, yeah, go ahead and do what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to sew that handle to the back. And that is my satin pouch, my drawstring pouch that I already sewed by my hand as well. If you want me to show you a tutorial on how to sew a satin pouch with your hand, especially if you don't have a sewing machine, let me know. Okay, I'm just going to sew the pouch only at the corners. So I'm sewing it to the handle and to the bag at the same time. So you're going to want to do that. So that is our finished bag. You just do it on the other side, and that is basically it. Your bag is done. Even though I was angry with the craft board, I'm so happy with the way it turned out. I have another video on my channel for a purple bag, a similar bag, so make sure you check that video out, and tell me what you guys think in the comment section about this bag. And if you want me to make more tutorials like this, let me know. If you want me to recreate something, let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.